Good evening and welcome to week 5 of English 123. I just want to take a few minutes to go through some of the important things you need to know while you work on your annotated bibliography and you begin your research paper, which is one component of your final exam for this class. So, first of all, in looking at week 5, I've put up some important things for you to look at, some sample pictures, some questions and answers, some business writing tips. You have a brief quiz, which goes over the Writer's Brief Handbook. We're kind of done with the St. Martin's Guide. You're going to use that more of a reference guide from this point on and move on to the Writer's Brief Handbook. I do want to discuss your pre-writing journal. This was something that I sent you an email about where I said that the assignment is vague. I really feel like this is a poorly presented assignment. What it says is you need to decide what type of pre-writing helps you most as a writer. So initially I said to just write down what type of pre-writing you like to use and explain why you like to use it. That's still true, and I want you to do that. But after I sent that to you, I realized that this assignment in Blackboard is worth 40 points, which is quite a lot of points. So what I would like you to do is, as you are writing your research paper in the next few weeks, I want you to do several entries where you use any method that you like and you use that style in showing me your pre-writing for your research paper. So again, for the pre-writing journal, you're going to first make just a general entry about what pre-writing technique best works for you in general, and then you're going to do several other entries as you write your research paper using the style that you like the best. Okay, so you'll maybe use some sort of list or some sort of clustering or some sort of free writing for your introduction, for your thesis statement, for the outline of your paper, and then that will earn the 40 points for the pre-writing. For your annotated bibliography assignment, that's the 100-point assignment this week, you're going to do 10 entries. One of them has to be a credible book. The rest of them can be online sources. One has to be at least from a scholarly journal. So you're going to do 3 things for each of your entries. You're going to write a couple of sentences of a summary, a couple of key examples from the source, and you're going to use this one sentence about how you would use this source in your research paper. So each 10 entries, 10 points each, will give you your 100 points. And here's an example provided for you. In Blackboard, there's a couple of links posted for questions and answers. This is important because your research paper is directly related to your annotated bibliography assignment that you're doing this week. You don't want to just research any 10 things and turn those sources in. What you do want to do is figure out what do you want to do your research paper on, and that's what you're going to do your research for your annotated bibliography. So Blackboard states that they'd like this to be a discipline-specific assignment. Okay, if you're a business administration major, which you are, anything related to that will work. Perhaps it's something that you've already been looking into and writing about so far in this class. However, I do want to warn you, don't rewrite something you've already written. I mean, you pick a different angle, okay? There's only so much you can cover on a topic. So figure out what you want to write about related to your major, and then you have to figure out what type of paper you want to write. This is where it gets a little bit gets really broad, and you can take this any direction you want. You can do a position paper like we did in week 1, where you want to kind of like a controversial issue, you want to take a stand and argue it. You might want to speculate about what's causing a trend in the economy, or if there's a specific phenomenon, some strange thing that's not really explainable, and you want to speculate a cause. Perhaps you want to present a problem and then offer a solution. Perhaps you want to talk about the effects of a trend, or you might want to evaluate something. Maybe there's something going on in some business techniques, and you want to evaluate them for the effectiveness. Compare and contrast different methods. Literary analysis, that's probably not so much applicable to your major. Okay, so you're going to decide what you want to do related to your discipline and how you want to write about it. That's how you need to determine how you want to, you know, how you want to direct your 10-page essay. So for your critical assignment, which is your final, one of the parts of your final, you're writing a 10 to 12-page argumentative paper based on your research from your annotated bibliography project this week. Okay, so again, these two directly relate to each other. It's not separate. It's the same thing. You're doing all of your research now so that then you'll have it done and you just need to put together your research paper in the following weeks. Okay, what else do I want to tell you? Just kind of read over the assignment. Send me your questions as you come across them. Perhaps you want to bounce some ideas off of me. Perhaps you want to put some entries, some ideas into your journal, your research project journal, and I can look at them there. And then the last part is your community discourse project, which is the last assignment due in this class. And the reason that we have it up is just for you to take a look at. It's not anything that you're doing right now. You're just taking a look at it to see what's going to be expected. This is a visual assignment where you're going to put together a multimedia project, either a PowerPoint or make a web page. It is something you can work on with a partner. You are going to, perhaps you have a similar topic. You would write two entirely separate research papers. Those would not be anything you would work on together, but you could present your discourse project together. So be looking at that. Think about who you're going to interview, what kind of group. Maybe you want to join a discourse community. There's a certain professor you want to interview, someone in a field of a job that you're interested in having. Just take some time to look it over, even though it's not something that we're doing right now. And again, this is another part in Blackboard where I showed you there's information for just the future of what you're looking at. And then at the bottom of week 7, there's a partner forum where you can have a partner. So in conclusion, just go ahead and figure out which topic's going to be. Let me know. Do your research. Make sure you do have one book source. And I'll look forward to getting your assignments.